Hi, this is a continuation video on where clause. Please do check my last video. Let's see the first name whose names are ending with Y. Okay, so here are so many records whose first name ending with Y. Yes. So let's write now. Where first name like you need to use a single or double quote and a percentile in the beginning and Y, because we need a record whose first name ending with Y. So you can see here all the records having a first name with words ending with Y. Let us choose a other letter now. I'll choose B now. So now you will get a name ending with B. These are all the names. We have only 2 records here whose names are ending with B. And if we want a name starting with B, so you need to give B in the first and percentile at the end. And these are all the records whose name is starting with B letter. We'll see the word starting from J letter now in the first name column. So let me write it as J here and run. Okay, we are getting a words starting from J letter in a first name column. So let's see in a last name column. Last name and run. Okay, and now we got a word starting from J letter in a last name column. Yes. Now we will check out for a email column and I'm choosing a Lena. We will get a records whose email ID contains Lena word in their email. Okay, I'll write it as Lena and run. We are getting only one record whose email ID starting with Lena because we have used percentile in the end. If we use a percentile in the first and the word in the last, then we will get a record whose email is ending with Lena. So we'll check for first name now and we'll change this to JE. That is the letter starting from JE. You can see the first name whose letter starting from JE here. Okay, we have so many records whose name starting from JE. Okay, and let us check out for other records now. If we want to return a word containing JE, the letter may be in the ending or in the beginning or even in the middle. So these are all the records in first name which has JE in them. So you can see JE in most of the records in first name column. And now we'll return a data whose name is ending with RY in a first name column. So let me write it. You can see so many records are ending with RY. Okay, let me write it now. RY. It's in a ending of a letter, so we are not giving it one more percentile in the end. You can see these are all ending by RY. Yes. So these are all the records ending by RY. Okay. Let's give ER and percentile. So this means it may be in the middle, it may be in the end, or it may be in the beginning of the word. So yeah, you can see here it is in the middle of the word. Okay, so you need to know where to give a percentile, and I'm working on more examples to make you understand better. Now I need to return a record which has SON in a last name column. Whichever word contains SON, that record I need to return now. So you can see many of the records in the last name column have SON in them. I'm going to change this to last name and here SON. I have to give a one more percentile in the beginning. If you give a percentile in the end, you will get a records which is starting from SON. If you give the percentile in the beginning, then you will get a records whose word ending with SON. And these are all the records which has SON in them. Now return a last name whose name starting with M and followed by A. So pause the video and write down yourself and run. Okay, I'm going to write now. A. Okay, so let me run. So these are all the records starting with MA. Let us check for MAL now. The last name starting with MAL and run. You can see one record here. Only this record is starting from MAL. We can use underscore instead of percentile, but there is a small difference between them. This percentile is to represent any number of character, but underscore represent only a single character. So I am giving it as 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 underscore followed by N. So we got the same result. Here we have BROW and followed by N. So I'm reducing one of the underscore. So you can see the 3 characters and followed by N. So these are all the records, 3 characters followed by N, and I'm reducing one more. So you can see 2 characters and followed by N. Let us return a record whose first name is starting with M and ending with Y using a underscore. Okay, first name starting with M, you need to give a single or double quote here and 2 characters followed by Y. So I have used 2 underscore. Okay, you can see there is a 2 records which is starting from M and ending by Y, and I have given one more underscore because there is a 3 characters in the middle and starting with M and ending with Y. My next video will be on regular expression, and thank you for watching.